Piece number 5. Change the world. Grandfather always said, "In your hands you truly possess the power of change. Remember, your grandeur exists within." Those who live in the exterior world, in the world of images, to paraphrase Plato, are living fatuous and inauthentic lives. However, each of us is free to decide the direction of our own intimate life journey. When asked, most people complete the phrase, "If I could change the world, I would. I don't know how to answer." The immediate question that is called to mind is, why not? The why not is because most of us truly feel powerless in our reality. Once again, we must ask the question, who creates this reality? The succinct and somewhat tragic answer is, I do. Now, to be fair, we are overwhelmed with trivia, and it fully blinds us from any introspection whatsoever. But are we not fighters? Did we not build our societies on the efforts of those who came before? This is a clarion call to all fair-minded individuals to embark on a path of thought and introspection. We must not be fooled by the digital juggernaut that threatens to cripple us, both intellectually and spiritually. It is time to think. Every successful society is based on its history. However, hubris can be bane of any civilization. Western society, take note. Have we overreached in the Middle East, for example? Recently, I was reading Thucydides, The History of the Peloponnesian War. It recounts the demise of the democratic culture of Athens and its subjugation by the oligarchical autocracy of Sparta. The conflict was a case of pure conceit, the Athenians literally exceeding their power base and being finally crippled by a debilitating war, by pestilence, and by arrogance. The consequences of the hostilities were, in fact, much more far-reaching. A level of savagery and brutality was introduced to Greek civilization that had not been seen before. A new low in human morality was realized. Poverty and famine became acceptable attributes of war in the civilized world, shattering religious and cultural taboos, devastating vast swathes of countryside, and destroying whole cities. The Peloponnesian War marked the dramatic end to the 5th century BC and the golden age of Greece. Greek culture was saved, to a very large extent, by the Roman Empire. The Roman elite spoke Greek and Latin and immersed themselves in their conceptualization of the golden age of Greece. Now, how can I change the world? I believe that I must begin by building a positive and dynamic concept of the self. This, as I have said many times, begins by looking inward. To quote Emperor Marcus Aurelius, "It is all within yourself in your way of thinking." The post-millennial generation, to its great disadvantage, is subjected to overwhelming exterior stimuli, a world of created images. Reality, however, is just behind an enormous iron-wrought door of false images. You must use your inner strength to open it. The key to this door is found in mental solitude and meditation. It is not an easy path, but it leads to a fulfilling and edifying life. Former Indian President APJ Abdul Kalam has a thought. My message, especially to young people, is to have the courage to think differently, the courage to invent, to travel the unexplored path, the courage to discover the impossible and to conquer the problems and succeed. These are great qualities that we must work towards. When we tackle obstacles, we find hidden reserves of courage and resilience we did not know we had. And it is only when we are faced with failure do we realize that these resources were always there within us. We only need to find them and move on with our lives.